If I just buy that fitness wear, I'll be ready to hit the gym. Or if I just finish one more course about writing, I can start that blog. Or when the stars align in the perfect astrological order, I can do whatever I've been thinking about starting. Okay, maybe not the last one, but when starting something out for the first time, there's this common view that you have to get everything perfect before you even start. And whether you're starting a business, applying for a new job, starting up that workout routine, or even thinking about traveling, there's this common perception that everything has to be perfect before you can even get started. It's this feeling that you have to feel ready. And it's that you have to have the latest gear, the best software, the most expensive travel equipment, like whatever it might be. And especially when you look at people who are already successful at whatever it is that you want to do, it is super, super easy to fall into the trap of they have these cool things and they're successful. So if I want to be successful like them, I need these things too. And look, I mean, sure, sometimes that is really helpful. Learning from others and mimicking those who are already successful. That definitely has its place and it can be super helpful. But if you're comparing everything you have when you're just starting out to someone that is already successful, it can make you feel like you haven't even got enough to get started. And when you look at them and you see that they have the perfect setup, it's so easy to think that you need those things to even begin. And don't worry, I've fallen for the exact same trap a ton of times too. We all have. What is going on? It's Alistair here. I'm the founder of The Swayer. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to get started even when you don't feel like you're ready. You see, a lot of the time, when what we perceive as I need to feel ready to start, it's simply a self-logical concept. So self-logical, it's a pseudoscientific word I just made up, which refers to a statement or an idea that you use to rationalize your behavior by convincing yourself that it's the most logical thing to do, even though it doesn't exist. So it's kind of like you're avoiding the fear of failure by getting things perfect. You see, a lot of the time when we're constantly optimizing and trying to wait for the moment to feel right, we're simply avoiding actually going after whatever it is that we're aiming to achieve. And all of that, it just stems from a place of fear. Like you're so worried that it isn't going to work, so you find reasons and things that you need to first perfect to avoid the possibility that you might actually fail at it. So you can complain that you can't start exercising without the right fitness wear, but the fact is that you could probably use some old clothes you have to start working out. Or you can point out how another entrepreneur's company has this amazing, fancy, expensive web design, but they probably got started with a pretty average one. Or you can argue that you're waiting for the next annual review before you start applying for another job. But the truth is that you've been unsatisfied at your current job for quite a long time now. You could find 1,000 different reasons and things that you can improve on before going after what you really want. But the truth is that you could probably get by without any of them. All that's happening, it's your reptile side of your brain holding you back from doing so. Yeah, that's the guy I'm talking about. The really annoying part of your brain whose sole purpose in life is to keep you safe and out of harm's way. The problem is that Mr. Reptile doesn't care about you having a happy life. He couldn't care less about you achieving your goals or about you living the life of your dreams. And keeping you out of harm's way is the only thing that it cares about. So when you decide that you want to change your life and achieve your goals, your reptile brain kicks in to try and protect you from failure. So it starts to convince you that you haven't got your shit together and that you aren't ready to take that first step until you have everything perfectly aligned in perfect order. And so your reptile brain is just trying to protect you from the possibility of failing by using self-logic, which is like convincing yourself that that's a logical thing to do, to make you feel like you haven't got your shit together so that you never put yourself at risk of failing. So now the big question here is, how do you convince yourself that you actually do have your shit together? Because that's the key here. And it's actually quite simple. You don't. You don't try to convince yourself of that. You just accept the fact that you will never feel like you have your shit together, because your mind, it's literally designed to protect you from taking risks, regardless of how much they could benefit your life. So all you have to do is accept that and go get started now. Like if you want to summarize the habits of some of the most successful people in the world into just one phrase, it's this. Successful people, they don't feel ready when they start. They start before they feel ready. Because the fact is that no matter what is important to you and no matter what you want to do in life, especially if it could lead to big things for you, you will never feel ready. And that's the issue of doing anything challenging that could improve your life. On one end, you're going to be driven to do it as you know that it'll have some kind of improvement in your life and it'll get you closer to your dreams. On the other hand, you're gonna feel unprepared to do it because old mate Reptile, his sole purpose is to convince you that you are not ready so that you don't take that risk. So you're going to feel uncertain, unprepared, and you sure as hell are gonna feel unqualified. So if there's one thing that I want you to take away from this, it's this. Whatever you have right now, it's more than enough. Like, you can plan it, you can delay it, you can revise it, you can perfect it, you can do whatever you want with it, but trust me, you have more than enough to start. And it doesn't matter if you're trying to start a business, if you're applying for a new job, picking up a new hobby, getting fit, traveling the world, whatever it might be, all you have to do is get started. And once you do start, once the ball starts rolling, then you can figure out the rest of it and just take it one step at a time. But trying to be perfect without ever actually starting is like going into a race with the fastest car in the world and never actually hitting the accelerator. No matter how fast your car might be, if you're not moving forward, you're still going to lose every single race you're in. So remember, there are other people out there who started in the exact same position that you are in right now, with the exact same amount of money, with the exact same amount of resources, and with the exact same amount of experience. The only difference that stands between you and them is the fact that they went ahead and they got started anyway. Because the truth is that you will probably never, ever feel fully prepared, and you might never feel like you've got your shit together. That's okay. So you might as well go ahead and start now and get a head start on everyone else who never even hit the accelerator. So with that, if you like this video, join the team by subscribing and sharing this video out, because we're going to be putting out several new videos a week to help you charm your way to the top in life, in your business, and in your career. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next one.